Hey guys, what's going on? Give a few minutes for people to hop on and get my lighting good. My lighting okay? I think my lighting's alright. Hey. Alright, I got such a response from my post. You guys are amazing. So I'm gonna talk to you guys today. I don't like this light. I'm gonna move first while I let people hop on. I'll talk to you guys today. You've been wondering, like, what in the world? How did you make $34 turn into enough money to get into my first high ticket program? I'm trying to find some good light. What's going on, Jennifer? What's going on, Oscar? Here we go. Is this good? Yeah, look, it's so pretty here. I love it. We'll just make it work, guys. It is what it is. The sun is shining. I'm just going to enjoy it. So, it was funny. I got on the phone yesterday. Hi, Amy. How are you? I was on the phone. Listen, so I talk to people all the time, right? Seriously, sometimes all day long I'm talking to people. Good morning, good morning. Oh, you are so amazing, Amy. Thank you. Right, so I'm talking to people, I'm talking to prospects. I have a really cool system that really lets me get to know people before I'm even on the phone with them. You guys want to say hi to my new friend? Do you want to say hi to my friends? This is Abby.
Hi.
Hi. That's my newest friend. She is awesome. We're buddies. So, anyways, so I was talking to this guy yesterday, and he was like, you know, I never like to discredit people or disqualify people, like, right off the bat, right? I am very honest with people if they're in a tough situation, but I always do what I can do to try to help them and give them solutions, regardless if they ever join me in an opportunity or not, right? That's okay. So I was talking to this guy. I called him anyway. I knew some of the stuff. David, I will shoot you over some info for sure. So I was talking to this guy. I knew when I got on the phone with him, I knew he was in a bad situation. I knew he was going through some stuff. Hi, Paul. But what I didn't know is, like you know, typically you hear when people hit rock bottom, right? When you hit rock bottom, everything can change for you. It's really a place where you can take your pain and be able to use it to move forward in your life and get out of the situation. So I don't like when people are at rock bottom, but I do like that it's an opportunity for them to really make a change. And it's when you're at rock bottom that you have the most drive and the most hunger because, right, you're not in the situation that you want to be in. So what do you need to do to change your situation? So that's why I didn't just like disqualify him right off the bat. But I was very honest with him, and I told him, you know, I can help you. Let me share my story with you, right? Because sometimes once you find out the person and who it is that you're talking to and be able to relate with that person in some way, you know, your story is so powerful. So just never let go of your story and know that if you're going through a hard time, you can then take that hard time and be able to let it drive you. And we're going to talk about this here today as well. So I'm talking to this guy, and he's telling me, you know, he's been homeless for 10 years. He's done all these different things online, and he's lost, it's kind of funny, he's lost $150, right? He lost $150 online, and he's just going to give up. Right, and I know you guys I have a great caliber of people on here. Some people are like $150. Yeah, right. Try like thousands of dollars. Hello, right? Me too. Me too. What's going on, Chris? You know, but I remember I came into a place that it got so bad, and I shared this with him. You know, and I haven't shared totally with you guys because I think you have to get through it and then you share, right? So I've gotten through this. I feel free that I can share it, and I hope that it helps you. So literally, guys, when I was coming out of my divorce a couple years ago, it was at a place where I didn't work. I was at full time. Yes, darling. Love it. Why don't you can you make a fairy's nest? Shh, don't say what we said yesterday. Okay. You get a bunch of flowers?
Yeah.
And you put it around in like a little circle?
Yeah.
Let me see. And then I'm going to tell them my story. Okay. So, sorry guys. So when I was coming out of my divorce, I didn't have a job because I was at home all the time. It was something that, you know, we just talked about, that I was just at home all the time. So when I got a divorce, dude took, like, you know, house, car, kids, like the whole 9. He took the whole 9 because I wasn't financially set up for myself. And what that did was put me in a place of It's very, you want to talk about uncomfortable, right? I literally had $34 to my name, guys. And I lost everything. I lost my house. I lost my car. I lost my kids. I lost everything. And I mean, I didn't lose my kids. I have my kids. They're in my life. But, you know, if you notice, I don't talk a lot about it. But I was really at a place with rock bottom. And I shared this with this guy yesterday. And I said, but you know what? I didn't let that be an excuse. I didn't let that come in the way because I knew, like, there was no other option. I had to make a business work. I had a hard time I'm overqualified, or whatever that means, because I've run companies. I've done a lot of things in my life. So I was having a hard time getting a job. I knew that the only thing I had to start a business. Like, that was it. There was no other option for me. There was, like, nothing else in my path except, like, I'm going to have a successful business, watch, right? Danny Johnson is, like, amazing, and she started with, like, nothing, and out of the backseat of her car built this, like, multi-million-dollar business, and so I was like, I'm going to do this no matter what. How the heck, you know? So I'm looking, and the business I was in, you know, I had a small low ticket thing. So I was like, okay, well, I can build that up, but that's going to take forever. Like, I was getting to the point where I understood that just small $20 sales or $50 sales, even $100 sales are not going to be what's going to really change your life and let you stay at home. What's really going to change your life and let you stay at home is the high ticket stuff. You know, the commissions of $500, $1,000, $2,000, $3,000. Those are the life-changing incomes. That's how it happens. People want to know the secret. It's in high ticket commissions. It just you know, it just is. I've just seen it. You know, you could do the same amount of work truly for to get a $20 commission that you do for a $1,000 commission. It's crazy. So why not just go after the $1,000 commission rather than just waste your time with these $20 programs, because that's all you can afford. So what I did, I was like, okay, I have to get very, very creative. Very creative. Are these for me? Yeah. Look, this girl rocks. Let me get some love and hearts for this chick. Look, all these pretty flowers I got. So I wrote a list down of things that I could do to start being able to make some money. And I meant, just write it out. It doesn't matter if it sounds silly, if it sounds impossible, if it sounds like, oh my gosh, I could never do that. Just write down the list. Just get creative, off the wall stuff. Let's do it, right? Get off the wall and just write it down. And when you get in a flow and stuff, there's going to be things and you're like, what the heck? That's crazy. So write it down. And that's exactly what I did. And I started just writing down these crazy ideas. And one of the crazy ideas that I wrote down was go to businesses and wash windows. And I'm thinking to myself, no, I can't go to businesses and wash windows. Are you crazy? But you know what? At $34 to my name and my life was on the line. And I was not, you know. So what did I do? I went to other businesses. Hi, Christy Harden, everybody. She's my best friend in the entire world. I love her to pieces, except for Aubrey. I love her to pieces too. So that's what I ended up doing. Isn't that crazy? It was very humbling. And not everybody wanted me to wash their windows. And I was like, do you need, and I was very honest with a lot of the business people. I first went and asked them if they needed any web work done. I started talking to them about their online presence, their marketing presence. What did they have already set up? Was there something that I could do to be able to help them? And I did wash a few windows, but it started as that, right? I got a few jobs making websites. And then for the people no, I'm good, I was just very honest with them. Is there anything, I will straight wash windows. This is what I want to accomplish. And when you surround yourself with other people and entrepreneurs, how many people, there's a few of them that just gave me money for the cause because they saw that I was out there and that I had that drive and that I was doing whatever it took to come up with that startup. Now, I didn't ask for freebies. I didn't ask a GoFundMe account. I didn't have the credit to get a loan. But what I knew is that I needed a high ticket offer and I needed to invest in myself and in my business. So no matter, oh my gosh, you guys, I would have cleaned toilets if that's what it took. I would have. I didn't, but I would have. It was there to do so. Hold on, I just gotta make sure. Okay. I was there to do so. But when you come to a place and you let people, like, you let your excuses overtake you, instead of just moving forward and getting creative, like for me, I went to different businesses. I asked them what they needed. I talked to them about their business, and I saw where maybe there was a little slip that they needed my help, no matter what that was. And I didn't care because I wanted it that bad. And when you want something as bad as you can breathe, and you know with every fiber of your being that you can make it work. Guys, I went off, I made a promise. I'm not going to really talk too much. It's weird, but I went off and did over $500,000 in sales in the next year and a half because I took that leap of faith. You know how many people thought I was crazy that, oh my gosh, you just made all that money and you're just going to go, they told me you're just going to go throw it away into this? Yes. Yes, I did. Thank God. Oh my God, thank God that I did, right? Because you got to take risks and you got to take chances. But when you know with all your heart that this is something, like, you have a dream and you're on a mission and a passion, don't let money be your excuse. Don't let your circumstances be an excuse. God, I could go on and on about the things that I've had to overcome, but I'm not here. Maybe I should write a book one day. Maybe you guys can read it, but more importantly, I'm here for you guys so you can overcome, right? And if it's going to take something and getting so uncomfortable and humbling yourself down, well, guess what? That's probably a really good lesson for you anyway, and go do it. Right? Now, that guy yesterday that I talked to had $2 to his name. $2. And he's been, after talking to him for a little bit, he's been that way for over 10 years. He hadn't hit rock bottom. It seems like it. But when you really want something, you'll go and do whatever it takes. You have to go. You have to find that power and that fire inside of you. And sometimes it takes a yucky situation to be able to fuel into that. Not all the time, but sometimes. Right? So you've got to get creative and don't let things come in the way of doing what it is that you really feel like you need to be doing. Guys, I can't even explain to you how my life is transformed because I took that risk and went into a high ticket offer. I took that risk of my business and my life. $34, that's like dinner, right? Or food for the next day. But I didn't. I went and I said, okay, this is what I'm going to do. I mapped out my area and all the local businesses that were in the area. And I went and I just found out what they needed and I fulfilled that service to them. And it's that simple. So when I hear people, they're like, oh my gosh, I don't have the money. This is too much money. Or I can't get in because of the money. No, you can't get in because you don't want it bad enough. You can't get in because you aren't willing to do what it takes to get uncomfortable and do something. And it's not that you're a bad person because of that. You're just not there yet. Because I always hate that too. Like, you gotta do whatever it takes. If you don't do what it takes, then you're not serious about your business. Some people they are, but they're just not willing. They're just not there yet. Right? We all have a process. We all have a journey that we have to go through. But damn, man, when you just go and do it, especially I was the last person, right? So there was this big promo. You guys know you can get into the this high ticket offer by such and such date, and you got a price off, right? So I was like, man, I got to get it by this date. I woke up in the morning. I woke up. I started walking. I went back to bed. I woke up. I started walking. Every single day, I made an intention of what I was going to create that day, and it worked. It happened. I had it on I would write it down. I would keep it on the forefront of my mind. Whatever your energy, your focus goes where your energy flows, right? So if you put your energy and your focus into one thing, it's just going to pour out and start working for you. That's when you start creating things. So, that's just what I started doing. So I was intentional every single day, and you know how much that humbled me. And I'm grateful for it because then I was allowed, it took me to all sorts of different places and all sorts of different opportunities and things. And had you had told me even 2 years ago that I would experience all the things I've been able to experience because I took that $34 and I made it into $5,000, and I took that $5,000 and I did over $500,000 because of it. If you would have told me that 2 years ago, I would have been like, well, no way, right? Bring me to tears, no way. But today, because of that situation, because of that suffering that I had to go through, the humbling that I had to go through, it's made me who I am. So always take your experiences and always take the things that are going on in your life. It's so powerful, and it's up to you how you want to use it. You can use it to help you, or you can use it to sabotage yourself. And I pray that all of you guys use the experiences around you in this very moment to be able to launch you forward in whatever it is that you're doing. I'm not going to take up too much time. I'm like ready to go to the gym, and I have lots of people who are ready to make that life change and ready to go out there and step into the uncomfortable. So if that's you and you're looking for that person, that community, that, you know, to really help you break through to that next level, I would love to talk to you. So I will put my link up here in the description above, maybe below somewhere here in the comments. Go ahead and click that link and let's connect truly about you. I don't want you, you know, more importantly, there's an application there. I want you to fill out that application so I know more about you and where you're at and how I can help you from there. So I look forward to talking to you guys. Have an amazing day. Any words of wisdom before we go?
No.
No? You want to say bye or anything? No. She doesn't even want to say bye. That's all right. Thanks for your help today.
Yeah.
And thanks for my fairies circle and my flowers. Have an awesome day, guys.